Yeah, I'm Dr. Larry Cahoon. I'm an oceanographer now for almost half a century, and I've studied mostly coastal North Carolina, and so I'm well aware of the effects of climate change here in North Carolina. We've seen a number of different impacts. As I said in my earlier statement, we've got sea level rise. Here at Wilmington, it's 8 inches in 12 years. I mean, it's really remarkable. And it's like that up and down the coast, not quite as much, but that's caused by warming of the ocean. And we're also seeing much more beach erosion, storm effects that are causing us to have to spend a lot of money on beach nourishment. That's a really expensive proposition. When you live on the coastline, beach nourishment is one of those things that is always in the back of your mind. Are we going to have enough sand to protect the beach and the community in the next storm? And when a storm does come along, how well do we handle that? Are we prepared? And we keep learning new lessons every time. These storms are getting wetter, and that's a really bad problem, not just for the coast, but for people who live inland in low-lying areas. One of the lesser well-known stories of these big hurricanes we've had in the last 25 years is that most of the flooding damage has been done inland, well away from where people thought they were going to have a flooding problem. And it's mostly rural and poorer communities that take the worst hit when those flooding events occur, and we think they're going to become more frequent.
Tell us, why is it important to have a governor that understands the effects of climate change on North Carolina?
Well, the governor has a lot of authority to do things that help North Carolinians deal with this kind of environmental challenge. And it's critical that the governor and the administration, the whole government, take climate change seriously, because it affects people on a regular basis. Folks who work outside, as I said, have exposure to heat in the summertime. Excess humidity and heat cause serious health troubles. We've got winters that are shorter and growing seasons that have changed, and that's impacting farmers. We've got other kinds of weather events that become more likely when you have climate change driving heating of the ocean, the atmosphere, and the landscape. And all of those things are serious. The governor can do a lot. We can look at alternative energy. We can look at better preparation for storms when they do happen. But you have to take it seriously. And here on the coast, we're dealing with rising sea levels, regardless of how many storms we have. That's going to cost us a great deal of money to adapt to that. And we have to have policies and programs that help people adapt to that fact. Sea level is going to keep rising. Matter of fact, the projections now are that it's going to rise even faster than it has been. And that's going to accelerate the problems that we have to face. Denial is not an option here if you really care about helping people adapt to this situation here in coastal North Carolina. Denial is the enemy of truth. It's the enemy of reason. It's the enemy of solving problems. And we've got to do all of those things. We have to solve problems. We have to face those problems squarely. So I'm hoping that the people who run this state get that message.